Interesting. Alright.
This song is dedicated to Brian Beazle Dennis and all of the 57th Street Road Dog villains. Real riot makers.
This one right here's for the ride makers, the marshals, the surfers, and jawbreakers. We gon' start this shit alright. We got KCMO in the house tonight. We gon' start this shit alright. We got Ted Canita in the house tonight. Come on. This is the moment for riders and thugs, strippers and body bags, zippers and violence and drugs. Poverty, a bunch of minorities die in the club. They say my music's making them lose it, I write it in blood. This is my music for all my people missing my music. Keep listening to it, and like I said, get a pistol and use it. Satan shot my homie Maintain with a missile and blew it for the industry, cause he was one of the truest. I don't know why they be rolling this something, maybe in the music when it be pumping, it's crunking, it's hella haterific, haterific. Throw your set up in the air is all the DJ really wanna play when it's over. It's looking bloody and satanistic, satanistic. Killers from everywhere, listen to me when I be busting shit. I'm turbulent, some get nervous when I wreck arenas, Concert promoters in Honolulu don't wanna see me, cause they said that Samoans will riot off Tekanina. Cause I'm a ride maker, that's if you don't know. I'm a ride maker, they mosh at my show. I'm a ride maker, and I come out bustin'. I'm a ride maker, riot maker, I don't give a damn about nothing.
Slide freaker. I'm a skyscraper.
Ride maker. Hop in the mosh pit for show. You push your show, you get elbowed. Back on, cause this is for Fat Tone and Mac Dre. All of the soldiers who got gone on that day. All my people sitting in prison, this is for you, so won't you listen to the shit that I'm spitting. Fuck the law, man, the government, they'll hem your ass up. They'll do everything in their power to get a fast buck. No right or wrong, just killer bees out for your honeycomb. But you find out when you find out you can be free if your money long. Ever been to one of my shows? Yeah, it might be crazy in Ohio, but you got a little too hypey, baby. Stage diving and crowd surfing couldn't hold back, but they dropped her, now she's unconscious with her skull cracked. Now when this happened, it wasn't even during my set. They wanted me to give a sign to post up to the hospital bed. When Travis told me we got papers, I thought he was playing. This bitch is suing Tekanina for 100 grand. That's if you don't know. They mosh at my show. And I come out bustin'. I don't give a damn about nothing.
Slide freaker. I'm a skyscraper.
Ride maker. Stand back if you're frightened. Yeah, get back 'cause we fightin'. I'm a skyscraper. That's why everybody in my past is trying to get a little piece of my paper. Man, I swear that Nina will never love them. Plug them when I'm rolling with Scatterman and Snug Brown.
It's Scatterman, Cash Strange Music's Black Sheep. Why? Cause I'm still counting money off the back streets. Every city, every show, I got a pack heat. This ain't no fucking rap song, check my rap sheet. I'm one of a kind, turn 1 into 9. Blow your head off your shoulders, dog, it's nothing but time. And I never raise my voice, you a bum, why should I holler on you? With a whisper, I can drop a couple of dollars on you. Sick them rock wallers on you. Killers busting out the windows of Impalas on you. A made man in the streets, I made grands. Wrote lyrics about my life, dropped the album and made fans. Now I'm chilling on the tour with the Redhead Wonder. Did 57 shows in a 3-month summer. On the deuce, next bitch ass nigga fucking with tech. Don't get found in Swole Park with his nuts and his nuts.
Like you ain't know we put it down like this. Snug from Kansas City, Missouri. Uzi, groupie, doobies, and fifth. You Susie Q's ain't no excuse for the sin. So watch your tongue if you're whooping. I get the shoot. And for you and your bitch, you just assume you try the shoes and they fit. You never knew that
since 1985. 66884699-3. Welcome to Everett.
And enjoy.
Strange
Music.
Calling all Chiefs fans. Everyone, gather around. So you all won't miss this wonderful gift that's about to begin right now.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all seemed just fine. You thought it was Santa Claus.
But surprise, Tech 9! And it ain't no sheep in here, cause we're wolves in Chiefs clothing. You won't know what hit you when that red and gold just keeps rolling. Better study hard, cause Andy Reid is coming to town with a twinkle of his stats, and that's another Kansas City Chiefs.
First down.
The fight to its own, the Maestro Mahomes, he stays willing and dealing. Shovel passes, no looks.
Touchdown Chiefs!
Over the feeling.
Don't forget the other side, because defense wins. Every time that there's a sack, an angel gets its. The ghost of Christmas past, they're all here.
Bell, Tom Nigerian nightmare.
Spreading holiday fear.
Come on, let's go.
Jingle bells are, but our decibels are unstoppable. When the Red Kingdom rocks red, a silent night is impossible. Before stepping in the house, it's a few things you should know. Just some ground rules from Tech to help you enjoy the show.
Let's get it.
First things first, there ain't no lead that we can't handle.
Down 24.
Never no worries, just don't change that channel. Rule number 2, you gotta know the clock is on our side. Just 13 seconds, but you better believe we won't be denied. Here we go.
Last but not least, Chiefs Kingdom is one. So welcome one, welcome all. KC, the fun has just begun. Tech 9.
Game. With you, man. I love you.
How y'all doing, guys? I'm good. I'm good.
Sit here with me. I'll move next to
How y'all doing?
What was it like? I mean, you guys got after the quarterback early and late. Just take us through kind of what worked for you guys tonight on the defensive line.
I just think the back end showed up really, really well for us. Gave us an extra second to get to the quarterback. And the front five, front four played resilient tonight, man. Those guys, they showed up, answered the call when needed. Mike Dana, George Karlaftis, Frank Clark, being Frank Clark, doing Frank Clark things. He's moving up in the record books. So I think we just played resilient and stopped the run. We was able to get after him.
Chris?
I think I planned for this game. My whole offseason was dedicated to this game. I missed a few big plays last year. Unfortunate that I was able to move forward, and I put that on my shoulders. So this offseason, I dedicated my whole offseason to making sure when that moment calls for me again, specifically, that I'll answer the call.
It looked like before the last snap, you said maybe you thought about going inside, but then obviously you went outside. Just what was the reason why you chose that matchup, and what do you feel like you did well to get inside?
Yeah, the last play, I think it was gun far. They ended up bringing the tight end up, motioning out the back. And when they gave me that look earlier in the game, I was getting the tackle and the guard. And I figured since the tight end was on the line, they was on the max protection, keeping the tight end in, making them chip the D in. So in my head, I was thinking maybe I can get a one-on-one with the tight end. If not, I can get a one-on-one with the tackle, and I feel pretty good about it.
Chris.
Listen, man, we're not a team that talks, okay? We're not a team that talks. We just go out and play the game respectfully, but don't ever, ever, ever disrespect Arrowhead Stadium at GEHA, okay?
Mention the disrespect, just some with the disrespect earlier on in the season, man, and coming into this game. Does that make this win that much more special because you guys were counted out in this game?
Listen, man, for some reason we're always counted out, whether it's in our division, whether it's against the Bengals. Let them beat us 3 times, and we knew we enjoy the motivation that being counted out give us. I think we got a lot of competitors on this team. We look forward to the challenge.
I want to know. Tell me about these mice on your shirt.
Listen, it's an old jacket. I had it like 2 years ago, and I seen Joe Burrow wear the teddy bear, and I was just like, I can't let him outdo me, right? So I had to bring out a teddy bear.
There'd been a lot made. Chris Jones doesn't have any playoff sacks. Like, had that you at all, and how did it feel to get not just 1 but 2 today?
It's been a lot made by you guys. Y'all make it bigger than what it is. I really personally do not care about stats in the playoffs. My job is to make sure that I play hard, play physical, set a different side of the line of scrimmage, and make my teammates around me make plays. And whether it's taking a double team the whole game, or whether it's getting a one-on-one and winning. I think you guys actually blew it out of proportion. It don't really matter to me, but I'm fortunate that you guys can have another story. Chris Jones finally got a sack,
Chris, right in your mind?
No. I knew it entered you guys' mind like Chris Jones finally got it. That wasn't a goal for me, okay? I just want you guys to know, but you guys, I understand the logic of it. 11 games, no sacks, so I get it.
Chris, thinking back to after you won the Super Bowl, right after you were talking dynasty right away, and it's been a long road back. Just what will it mean to get this opportunity? Where if you win, I think a lot of people feel like, okay, we're there.
The opportunity itself is important. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I don't want to start no dynasty talk. You guys start blowing it out of proportion. Right now, we got a challenge ahead of us against a heck of a team. So we're looking forward to preparing for those guys and playing in the Super Bowl again. We're back, baby. We're back.
Chris Patrick said he was very motivated to make something happen this last year.
Listen, Pat is a warrior. I don't have to say it, but I'll tell you how resilient Pat is. His game speaks for itself. What he did for 4 quarters there, what he did for 2.5 quarters last game. I mean, he's a resilient guy, so I think his play speaks for itself.
I was going to follow up that too. Just watching Pat all weekend. What do you think it took for him to go out there?
Nothing. He got treatment all week. I mean, what you guys want me to say? He got treatment all week. He was good. He played fantastic, though, man.
Chris, given how much the season has gone for a lot of you guys, how much do you take out of the
Listen, God is good. We waited for this moment all year. We knew it may be an opportunity we get to see those guys again, but we're back, baby. See y'all in Arizona.
Hello and welcome to the Poorhammer Podcast, episode 41. I'm your host, Brad. This is my co-host, Eric.
How's it going?
We have a very exciting episode for you guys today. We're going to be covering how to choose your clan in Orcs.
It's orc time. Let's go.
One thing, I'm going to assume if you're here for this episode, there's a higher than normal chance that you're interested in figuring out what to paint your orcs as or how you want to start collecting your orcs. As a forward, before we get into all of the sub-factions, in general for orcs, a big thing is colors.
Yeah.
We all know the memes with orcs. Colors have power because orcs believe they do. Red really makes things go faster for orcs.
Yeah, blue is lucky.
Yes, blue is lucky. That being said, orcs are not space marines. They're not a professional organized army or anything. They don't have to wear the color that their clan is most associated with. They can paint their vehicle one color, they can wear a different color, and they can be in a group of boys who are a third color, and the faction they're in technically is a fourth unrelated color for the color it is most associated with. Orcs do not have the level of organization where you have to worry about that. So when we talk about, like, you know, Goths are more associated with the color black. When we talk about stuff like that, it does not mean you have to specifically paint your orcs a certain color to play them a certain way. Do not worry about that. Collect your stuff and paint your stuff the way you want. This is all about figuring out ways you want to play your orcs.
Yeah, and I mean,
Are
to
you
a
still watching
certain
Silence of
point,
the
when
Lambs?
it comes to Warhammer,
Let's say I thought it ended.
this as a hobby, do whatever you want. But
That guy still
orcs
sounds
take
like one of the
that
dudes.
to like really embrace the do whatever you want, and you'll still be doing the orc way. Orcs really don't care.
Okay, what about him?
All right, the forewarning out of the way, let's get into the
Yeah.
actual fun of this. We've got 7 clans
Yeah.
we have to go through here,
So?
and basically
That's
all
cute.
of them are winners
That's cute as
tonight.
fuck.
Yeah, for each of
That's
the
cute.
orc clans, they get a clan culture, which is like an ability for your clan warlord trait, clan stratagem, and clan relic.
So let's start off with Goths, the main character sub-faction for orcs. They prefer the color black, which is the artist color.
Classic checkerboard, which is so easy to do, right?
Yeah, they're the, like, no tricks. Their thing is the biggest orcs, straightforward smashing, and they're the clan that's most closely associated with Gork, which is the twin god who's brutal but cunning. So they are the smash in your face guys.
Yeah, so Goth's culture is no mucking about, and this is each time a model with this culture makes a melee attack, an unmodified hit roll of 6 scores an additional hit, and each time a model with this culture makes a melee attack, if that model's unit made a charge move or performed a heroic intervention this turn, add 1 to the strength characteristic of that attack. The Goth's warlord trait is proper killy, and that adds 1 to the warlord's attack characteristic, and each time this warlord makes a melee attack, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. The stratagem is Unbridled Carnage for 2 CP. Use a stratagem at the start of the fight phase. Select 1 Goth core or Goth character unit from your army that has the no mucking about clan culture. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, it scores an additional hit on an unmodified hit roll of 5 instead of 6. And their relic is
The Iron Gob.
the Iron Gob. Is for Goth model only. After making a close combat attacks with the bearer before they consolidate, you can select 1 enemy unit within 1 inches of the bearer and roll 1d6. On a 2-up, that unit suffers d3 mortals.
Okay, so for me, Goths is your melee foot slug orcs.
Yeah, it's kind of the big dumb idiot that's charging across the battlefield when you think of the green skin orc.
Yeah, and as far as like the vanilla sub-factions go, this is one of the better ones that we have current in 9th edition. Like,
yeah,
Goths is technically one of the best competitive ones, if you care about that, for orcs right now. And it just feels kind of like brain dead in a good way.
It's doing a lot of things, even if you're not purposefully trying to do them.
Yeah. So, like, for me, I'd go with basically any non-shooting list would work here if you want to, like, just play, you know, pretty vanilla orcs. You want boys, probably some Beast Snagga units. You go with, like, Meganobs, Death Dreads, you name it.
Basically anything, really. Honestly, like...
So, sadly, I think the Warlord trait kind of just gets screwed by being worse than Brutal but Cunning, which is the default Warlord trait that a lot of people like taking, where you get to do extra attacks after you're done attacking for every single attack that failed to deal damage.
Yeah, and that's the key, is it's failed to do damage, not just like misses or anything like that.
Yeah, and it works for things like the hits that exploded in Goths. It's also like a huge flavor win because Brutal but Cunning is the whole Goths are the closest to Gork thing.
Yeah.
Now, the win here is that Proper Killy is still pretty good offensively. It's not as good as Brutal but Cunning, like if we want to break out the math, but it's still good, and you could have both because you're playing Goths, so you could just pay for extra Warlord trait, extra Relic, and have 2 big badass boys.
It's tough with current setups and how the game is set up on balance for lists, but yeah.
What are you going to do, Eric? Use all those sweet orc stratagems?
Yeah, actually. 2CP is tough. It is powerful, though. I think the real win is in the culture, though. Like, no mucking about is very strong.
It's the default melee, which in my opinion is the default for Orcs way to play.
Yeah.
It does what Orcs want to do perfectly. You don't have to go further than this.
Yeah.
The current top way to play Orcs that I know of is called a Goth pressure list, where you basically play a lot of the best Orc data sheets into the stuff list, essentially, and you just play them in Goths.
Yeah, Goths work great in a good stuff list that kind of supports everything that's going on. The Relic, I don't like it.
The Relic is just bad. It's one of the worst relics that we're going to talk about today.
It is. I don't see taking the Relic very often. It's not really worth it.
No. Again, I still think Proper Killy is a great Warlord trait for like a second HQ. Like if you've got 2 detachments, each with a boss in it.
Yeah, you're almost certainly taking Vertical Cannon, like, first.
Yeah.
But why not that too? I like it.
Here's a fun one you can do. So like you take like a Beast Snaga, like a Beast Boss or whatever, as your one that's not taking Vertical Cannon, and you give it the Beast Hide Mantle relic that only they can take.
Okay.
And that gets you another attack and gets you a 5-up feeling. So now you've got +2 attacks, +1 to your armor penetration values, and you get a 5-up feeling.
Cool.
That's pretty solid for a baseline for like a Beast Boss on Spooky Sword. That's 7 base attacks, 4 additional attacks. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But let's move on to Evil Sons. So getting into the Evil Sons, they tend to be speed freaks. That's freaks. That's 2 E's. Very trademarkable. Donut steel. Evil Sons love the color red, obviously, because red makes things go faster. They're pretty one note. Did you watch the new Mad Max movie? That's Evil Sons.
I mean, that's cool stuff. There's some very cool Orc vehicles.
They are best summed up by the name of their culture.
Yeah, so Evil Sons culture is Red Ones Go Fasta. Red Ones Go Fasta adds 1 inch to the move characteristics of models with this culture. If that model is a Speed Freaks model, add 2 inches instead. Add 1 to advanced rolls made for units with this culture. Models with this culture do not suffer the penalty incurred to their hit rolls for firing assault weapons in the same turn in which the unit advanced. The Warlord trait is Faster Than Use. Faster Than Use is in your command phase, select 1 friendly Evil Sons core unit within 6 inches of this model. That unit is eligible to declare a charge with even if they advanced or fell back this turn. The stratagem Drive by Daka is 1 CP. Use a stratagem at the end of your shooting phase. Select 1 Evil Sons Speed Freaks unit from your army. That unit can immediately make a normal move as if it was your movement phase. That unit is not eligible to charge this turn. The Relic is Resmeka's Relic. This is for Evil Sons only. This Relic can be taken by a vehicle model, and it adds 2 to the bearer's move characteristics. At the start of the fight phase, if this Warlord is within engagement range of any enemy units, those units cannot be selected to fight until all eligible units from your army have done so.
This is my least favorite of the clans.
I get it, but at the same time,
you want it to be your favorite.
I do absolutely want it to be my favorite, and every single rule on here fits the Mad Max, Speed Freaks, gotta go fast.
Yes. I don't want to poo-poo Evil Sons too much because I know Evil Sons players just want to go faster. Simple lads, them.
And that's the thing, is like, I do want to love Evil Sons. So, whatever, people are going to play it. That's going to be fun.
I want Evil Sons to be the correct play if you want to play a bunch of Speed Freak models, because you would think that the Speed Freak models are going to be best in Evil Sons. Unfortunately, the rules don't say that. So +1 to move, +2 if you're already a speedy unit is neat. It's the red goes faster, got it, checked the box. We need the rest of this to work though. As you pointed out, that last bullet point is a giant number. The majority of what you want to take in this sub-faction is going to be Speed Freak vehicles. Guess what doesn't have assault weapons because everything got changed to DACA except for a couple things. The few things that are assault weapons on these vehicles are almost all flamers, which auto-hit, so don't care about the penalty for being assault.
Yep.
So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, I only see the final result, and it's goddamn disappointing.
I mean, the movement's nice. I like it quite a bit.
It's okay, but you're already moving 10 to 12 on all of these vehicles. And your vehicles that are not speed freaks, because not all of them are speed freaks, those ones only get 1 each. My other problem is a lot of these vehicles, the movement doesn't matter because they're gun platforms. They want to hang out in the back anyway. Most of their movement is going to be shifting left to right to get lines of sight.
I see what you're saying. You're generally not trying to put them forward, but I mean, it's still having extra movement to reposition is helpful.
And my other problem, so the advance rolls one. It's not when a unit advances, add one to its move. In addition, it's add one to advance rolls. But there are several orc vehicles that I was looking at for a list here, and I realized that they have a rule that's don't roll advance rolls, just move 6.
Right.
Meaning that rule doesn't even apply to those vehicles.
It is weird, yes.
It just does so many things wrong with everything else in the book. In a vacuum, this seems fine until you read what you're trying to put in the army. So, I don't know. Currently, unless you just really want your vehicles to move 10 to 20% further, I don't know why you're going to do this over one of the other options that are good for vehicle armies. It's very sad. I do think Resmecha's Runner Paint is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it is a powerful ability, too. Things fight late, essentially. You can kill them before they can fight back.
It is a good relic.
And, I mean, this stratagem is good, too. It reminds me of the Grey Knight's psychic ability of shoot, move, shoot.
Right, but that unit tend to move, shoot, move forward because they're a Grey Knight.
Right.
What are you going to do? Go into combat with them?
True.
Very situational stuff. Powerful when you need to use it.
Yeah.
Faster than use, the Warlord trait is very good. The declare a charge even if you advance or fell back is huge.
Fall back and charge, advance and charge is strong.
It does have to be a core unit, which is something to keep in mind.
And it happens at command phase, not after move. That's the real problem that I have with it. It's a very powerful effect, but it's only a 6-inch aura, and it has to be done at command phase, not I move things, and then I can advance this run and also do a charge.
Faster than use also has the problem of just calling a wah instead of a speed wah would give you.
Yeah, so the changes to the wah.
The fact that speed wah didn't get the invuln that wah did, that's rough.
Yeah, and the changes to the wah does make a few of these clans slightly less than what they otherwise would, because the wah is already giving you a lot of those things. So those types of things that previously were like a strong benefit to the clan are already baked into orc stuff, not a pig clan. But altogether, I do like Evil Sons. It feels fun. It's just probably the weakest out of them because it has a few weird interactions with its rules.
So let's move on to what I would recommend instead if you want to play a vehicle-heavy list. We have the Bad Moons. So the Bad Moons are the orcs that other orcs all envy because they are the richest orcs.
They got the shiniest things.
Why are they so rich? Well, because in orc culture, money is teeth, and the Bad Moons all grow their teeth faster than any other orc. This is the dumbest way to be rich I've ever heard of, and I love it.
It is so funny and so orc.
I learned a lot of the clan culture today by reading through all of the lore part of Eric's Codex. I did not realize why the Bad Moons were the richest. I knew previously, they paint themselves yellow, they're the richest, got it.
Right.
I did not realize that it's because their teeth literally grow back faster than any other clan's teeth.
And I mean, that makes you rich, dude.
So because they're the richest, they lavish themselves in yellow armor, the richest color. They love yellow and gold stuff, and they are the flashiest kids who buy the best, biggest guns. That gets shown in the rules with...
Their culture is armed to the teeth, which adds 6 inches to the range characteristic of Daka and heavy weapons. Models with this culture are equipped with. Each time a model with this culture makes a ranged attack on an unmodified wound roll of 6, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. The Warlord trait, the best armor teeth can buy. This Warlord has a 4-up invulnerable save. In addition, add 1 to armor saving throws to his roll. Stratagem, showing off, is 1 CP. Use the stratagem when a Bad Moon's core or Bad Moon's character unit from your army is selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack with a Daka weapon, an unmodified hit roll of 6 scores an additional hit. And their relic, the Gobshot Thunderbuss. Hell of a name. Is Bad Moon's model equipped with a custom shootout only. This relic replaces the custom shootout and has the profile of 12-inch range, heavy, AP -1, damage 1, and it has the ability each time an attack is made with this weapon, that attack automatically hits the target.
I would like to point out that the Gobshot Thunderbuss, lore-wise, is a shotgun that fires golden teeth.
That shows off the epitome of bad guns. And that makes it a heavy 2d6 that does automatically hit. Obviously, right?
So, this is our DACA faction. And I mean that both from like a lore standpoint and literally, if you care about DACA, the weapon type, this is for you.
Yeah, it actually says DACA.
So, everything here wants to play with piles of inaccurate orc shooters. That's how I'm reading these rules.
Yeah, you just want more.
The Warlord trait, if we're being honest, is just like, it's a good Warlord. The rest of it all plays in DACA. And the whole Warlord trait thing is just, it's the best combo. Teeth can buy.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, cool, you have the most money, that means you get the best gear.
This is a 10 out of 10 for me. I know it's not that competitive compared to just sniper kills, but I love it, and it's an alternate way to play your orcs. It's always great to have. If you get sick of playing Goffs, you can play Bad Moons for a game and play entirely differently than you did the game before.
Yeah, and it will be entirely different because the you don't get Bad Moons is main.
I miss DACA, DACA, DACA. Like, such a great rule. I don't play. Using DACA
Hey! Knock it off, dickheads. You guys are cute. You better not fucking fight. You don't get to fight. Play wrestling is different.
Right, because you're getting the heavy weapons, range to it.
The DACA weapons, which is mostly what the vehicles have anyway. Your 6s to wound deal an extra 8 to flamers that are attached to and stuff.
Yeah, just kind of all works together. So it's tough because like the relic is actually a miss. On the data sheet and the rule, I love the relic.
Not who you want to have a 12-inch range shotgun.
No, I mean you get the generic war boss.
So I have a mixed feeling on that too. I really know it's wrong. I want to call a speed wall deals with extra shots. I know it's not how just do, but I want to do a speed wall.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
let's talk about, like, real quick, just a basic idea for a list. Get a bunch of bikers. They all get 10 base shots just on the bike's gun, so you can equip them with their choppas so that they're great switchers. That's a lot of shots. Then you get a few
yeah, that's where I was going.
The Boondock and Snaz weapons, each one of 20 shots. Then you throw a couple DACA drops that are 2 break this out once in a while. Let's say once in a while. So this is Dance Skulls. So for Dance Skulls, they are blue creatures. They live to lose stuff. They are like mostly like mechs. Mechs that they use back stuff that they can, wrench on and invent new things with. You still have a lot of powerful mechs in Death Skulls, which is very cool. So if you want to go mech down, Death Skulls are good for that too.
Yeah, and if you want to do like
Wait, what are you watching now?
makes sense.
For what though? That's what I'm saying. What are you watching? I don't know what that is. So you're still watching YouTube though, is what you're saying.
Death Skulls
Is that so hard?
Each time
No, did it.
culture is selected to shoot or fight.
I tell you that you get kisses on your face. Shut up.
Resolving that unit's task. Each time a model with this culture would lose a wound as a result of a mortal roll 1d6 and a 5 up.
Thank you.
An infantry unit with this culture gains the objective secure ability. The Warlord trait, Opportunist. Each time you select a target for this Warlord, if you select a character unit within 12 inches, you can ignore the lookout soldier. Each time an enemy vehicle unit is destroyed, the strategy Death Skulls model in that unit makes an attack that add 1 to that. And the relic, the fixer upper Death Skull mech, big mech model.
Why'd you ignore me?
On a 2-up, the selected vehicle unit regains 1 additional wound, and you can select one enemy vehicle unit within 12 inches of the barrel. That enemy is a frame world. I gotta say,
And it looks stupid, bitch.
you stole words from an enemy vehicle, put it on yours.
That was like the funniest part of that page where they're talking about how when fighting the Death Skulls, it's common for them to whip out wrenches when meleeing vehicles and just take them apart.
Yeah, why would I blow your stuff up when I can just take it bit by bit and make mine better? I love it.
So Death Skulls is weirdly, like, it sounds like a rules-wise it's like an all-rounder.
Yeah.
Thinking of it this way, they have easier wounding against vehicles, which is
Yeah.
End up with a 5-up feel no pain versus mortals, which, hey, Grey Knight player, how's that one feel?
I would say it's great, but my rolls usually don't make it amazing. It is very nice though to be able to have them. Yeah, like I got a solid shot at this.
And you have reroll ones for attack sequence for both shooting and melee for either a wound or a wound, which works really well when you're going over them. And then you've got, above all of that, your infantry just have objective secured, which is making the stones scream. So obviously the thing to me is that last upside down infantry units. That's pretty key because it doesn't say not a character, so your characters all have obsec to their infantry. To me, this is like, I want to play a character heavy list. Yeah, you can go generic goths, but why not play Death Skulls? All of your characters have Rfs closes that gap by giving you the 5 of Feel No Pain.
Yeah, which is still and potentially even more now of a problem with Mortaloons just being things that happen in weird codexes.
And another problem that people who play elite armies know they have is when you're on a point and you're outnumbered 2 to 1 by an OPSEC model or whatever, you're outnumbered 2 to 1 by your opponent's models and you lose the point. If you have OPSEC, now you're winning that point.
Which, I mean, if you don't have that many models, I like it.
This is the one that's funny to me because you're like, I like Death Skulls. And you told me this at dinner before you had read my notes that are on screen right now.
Yeah.
I had already written, this is basically like playing a non-psychic heavy Grey Knights. Which is why I was laughing when we were at dinner.
I see it. Yeah.
You had asked me why I was laughing when you said you like Death Skulls so much. I was like, of course Death Skulls is the one you like. It's Grey Knights.
It's Grey Knights. You're not like, you know what? You're absolutely right. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean overall, like the culture of the losers, the warlord trait.
I'm not watching something with the fucking
uses.
Orc Codex.
The stratagem.
Wasn't
for
talking to you.
QCP,
It's a lot. You basically are only gonna blow
literally, like, I have no clue how you heard anything that I said and assumed I was talking to you. Are you an Orc Codex? Are you a book about the Warhammer and the rules and stuff? I'd be gonna pass. Shit. All right.
together for you?
Cincinnati, honey. Why do you... What? Why has this come up? About? Okay. What is itchy? Is everybody
Kelsey and Clark.
Hi from Jackass. So one joint took you from 9:30 to 2. Almost like that's exactly what I just said. I don't know though. It's crazy. What? Groom you? You don't groom plants. What the fuck? You cultivate plants. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking forever. Do not ever speak again. We don't go again. We stop now forever. I will never eat your rose. What? So what you're in that, Coming from. Africa, though, right? I thought I heard the Kansas River, and I was like, what? Come on. Nitra's baby. Nothing. I suck.
Darkness takes a chance.